So
we are live.
we are.
Yes.
We're live, you guys. Hello and welcome to your Sunday therapy session by us, unlicensed, unregistered, and just don't believe a word we
All
say.
around fun.
We're just here for a good time. So I know you guys are busy with your weekend this weekend and all sorts of stuff going on. Plus, the world is crazy. So that's why we need the gamers therapy for we just get together, sit down, and watch. Let's see, who is that there?
It's me, Goof.
Oh, good grief, it's you. All right. Well, welcome everyone. That was nice of you, Ashley, to put that up for me there, so I didn't have to type it. That's cool.
You're too slow.
Yeah, I am sometimes. So, it's been a little bit of a week, so that's okay. We aren't getting used to trying to use our speed paints that we got, and we've been busy trying to get.
Hey, Chris.
Hello, Chris. How are you?
Howdy, folk.
Yep, we got you, Chris. Thank you, sir. We've been busy just editing videos and putting stuff up so it comes out.
So many on that World War I museum.
I don't know.
It's taking us forever.
The guy asked us basically about that. There's just so many pictures. I don't even know how to go about categorizing them because we walked through taking them, but it's being done. I've been working on that today and working on a little video from March to Victory. It's just when we got back, too much work and all that other stuff.
Hello, Tomicus.
Hello, Tomicus. How are you, sir? We are.
Let's just put it this way. We've been that busy. I finally was able to get a print started.
Yeah. What are you printing back there?
Little 6mm houses.
Oh, yeah. So, Chris, you know my little 6mm tanks. I told her we got to get some.
There.
I know. I've showed them off before. Everybody's seen them.
So we're going to see how well this works. I believe I got the right sizing, but we'll find out.
Yeah, trying to size the stuff, Chris, is kind of a pain.
Yeah.
Maybe because we're just too new to it. That we used to have a filament printer. Well, Keegan's got that, as everybody knows, but this resin printer is a little different and trying to scale things down. So if these buildings come out good, that's good because I got all these.
Well, we can do just a troop battle. No, those wouldn't be 6mm. They'd be too big.
No, we got 6mm.
No, I meant like actual our troops.
No, these are too big.
They're too big. They're 15.
They're 15. So with the houses.
And Jeffy's here.
Hello, Jeff.
What tanks? I will tell you.
Oh, okay. So these are the tanks that I have 6mm tanks I bought from. Was it G?
Ooh, I don't remember what company it's from. Where are they? Oh, there it is.
They're German tanks, so I got, it does on the side.
No, it just says.
Where's my box? Yeah, so.
What they are.
I've had them for a while. Like, here's the British.
We have British, Japanese,
Matilda
Russian,
too.
German.
And, they came in boxes. They were doing like some anniversary thing.
Hey, Charles.
And I bought them a couple years ago, so I gotta do something with them, man. Because look, here's your Panzer IVs.
I got my Russian sitting on my table or my desk,
here.
buried.
These are your Soviets here.
No, I have my.
Oh no, never mind. They're the Shermans. We started painting those.
So I have my Russian.
These Shermans we started painting, but it's just we gotta get some buildings, and I wanted to print them up. And there's another box of the Japanese tanks and whatnot. We've had these.
World War II.
Yeah, we've had these for a while. It's just World War II. World War II. So we're just trying to get some terrain. So finally we found some files that we think are going to be correct. So you can hear the printer in the back making its little noise, but
it was on like a 2-hour print.
We'll see how it comes out.
Hour and 52 minutes.
An hour and 52 minutes.
But so what I've been doing is I finished off the Mr. Machine.
You want to show it off?
Yeah, we
Here, I'll do it on that.
That's fine. You gotta plug him in.
It may not find it now because the software's already started.
Oh, you should be okay. Plug in. We'll find out. If not, then we'll show it off in the front. Big one.
What if I get shocked? No.
Might give you some brain cells.
Might expedite that a little. Let's see here.
And then also, our daughter bought. Yeah, there it goes. Scooby Doo, the board game.
That we were gaming last night, Chris and Jeff. When we were watching you guys while we were gaming. But anyways, let me pull this over, and then I'll move myself out of the way there. Go ahead. So that's one from what was that?
This is Old World Tank Company or just miniature tank company.
Yeah, miniature tank company. They sell all sorts of stuff, so that's where we got this. So she hand painted it because obviously it was just what colors? All gray.
Gray.
So she painted that. And then you should get your figures that are dry.
Yeah, they should be dried.
Well, grab them if you want. The game came with just some blank.
5, the Scooby Doo gang, and then 3 bad guys.
It did come with 3 bad guys. We got through one on easy because it's easy, medium, or hard level. So, anyways, that's what we were doing last night where you guys were chit-chatting with Mini Warmutt and stuff. So, we were trying to survive in a Scooby-Doo game made by the same people who make Zombicide. So, it's a little rough game, a little interesting. Yep, that's it, Tomika. So, actually, she did pretty good. She hand-painted that. That didn't come that way. There you go. You painted these at work, right?
I painted these at work.
So these were all just gray, or
yeah. Well, no, they were certain colors. They were all certain colors.
So she had to add the flesh and stuff.
Shaggy. And I went off the original cartoon.
Yeah, you had it pulled up on the laptop. Oh, we should size them so they're 9.67 millimeters wide. Okay. Let me write that down.
What did I get? Got the color.
Yeah, you got the van colors right on the van.
Yeah. I'm old enough to know who Scooby-Doo is. All right. Velma.
That's the brains of the group, man. Yeah, it's shiny because when she got done painting them, because they're going to be used on the board.
Well, we only have semi-gloss, so clear coat. But that way it doesn't chip them. There's Velma. Daphne.
Yeah, I know each tank would be a different size. We're trying to get down the building scales for that because a lot of these things will say, oh, you could shrink it to whatever scale. Well, we don't know how to shrink it, I guess. It'd be nice if they just came that way.
Fred.
There's Fred. You did really good on the paint, so.
Well, his hair had to be a custom color. This was a custom color. His boots were a custom color. Her shirt was a custom color.
That's you mixing paints.
His pants were a custom color. And the main event, Scooby. And you're welcome, Crystal. I'll have to come over and grab the monsters as well.
Oh, okay. Good idea, Chris. He said you can do like a dull coat over that. But there you go, Crystal. That's how they came out at work for her.
They're shiny, but they're at least this way. When you mess with them, they're not going to just chip.
Yeah.
So
it will work. It will make the game a little bit more fun and pop. So that's just a token you can move around too if you want.
Yeah, the box came with a cardboard mystery machine. I believe, Crystal. And yeah, because it had the hollow out back, you could put 2 characters in it.
Oh, for transport.
Yeah. So this you could just set them on top, kind of thing. But at least
there you go.
That's what it is. Yeah, it came with a cardboard one. But there you go.
So that's kind of the latest thing we're trying to get out of the way too. So I think you're pretty much caught up on. You have only a few Tyranids left.
I gotta finish printing them off because there's 5 of them up there still need to be painted. I gotta finish off. So, go up like this. So I got this guy to paint. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him, and I can't find who he was actually supposed to be. My RAR. I got 3 of the alien figures still to do. These guys, I have the bases back here, but they're missing pieces because when I pulled them off the print board, they snapped. I got the Space Marines back, or the Black Templar to finish. I got 4 of them to finish. I finished off the Commander. The Queen's done. I have a Van Ryan Leaper back there I need to do. I have another figure that I thought was the right one, but it didn't come out correctly. I have tanks back here. I got all these little guys, which I probably let the grandkids do. I got these tanks to do.
Those are your T80s, aren't they?
The 64s, I believe.
No, I thought those were the T80s.
Are those the T80s? Those are the ones I printed. They might be T80s. I'll have to double check. I can't remember. Then over here, I have this to finish.
Well, that's for a World War II piece.
Yeah.
It's like part of the German.
So I'm going to do some research on him and paint the eagle the correct way. Yeah. These guys actually, I think, are sized wrong. These are neuro. Shoot, I don't remember what these guys were.
They're your troops.
I know. I don't have the cards right here. I have the cards in my box. I still got to finish off Greg's. Who is this guy again?
He's an apothecary. Biologist.
Yeah, this
is something like that.
Yeah, this is the one that I printed off for Greg, so I got to finish him off. I got to finish off finish off these guys too. And I don't think I finished any of them. I got most of the way, the skin and most of the armor done on all of those.
Most of that's all done, right? You just got to get your army and go against Keegan. With all those big.
Well, that's basically what I have left.
Jeff says, well done, Ashley. And, oh, hey, Frank, how are you? Fresh and exciting after your trip over to Adepticon, Frank. So, yeah, it's been busy since we've gotten back, so.
Yeah, between trying to get back into work and everything else. He did get, I think Clint gave you that Atlas, right?
Yeah.
So Greg's starting to paint the Atlas on top of.
That's a BattleTech Atlas.
Yeah. Still working on the. What the hell are those?
I don't know.
Oh God.
Frank says Adepticon was a blast and you're moving. Wow. That's a lot to try to accomplish on a weekend if you're moving. Thanks for coming by, Frank.
I will go grab our drinks.
You want me to close that one off?
Yeah.
There we go. So, yeah, I heard Adepticon was pretty good times, and I looked at some of the reviews. I haven't had a chance to go at work, considering trying that at some point too. I'll tell her, Jeff, in just a second when she comes back. Johnny, Speed Racer, huh? Yep. Oh. Well, hello, British Legion. Good evening, sir. Glad you stopped by. Oh, well, Frank, if you're getting to go from an apartment to a house and you're going to have your own dedicated studio, fantastic, man. Like this, once the kids moved out, everybody knows we redid their room. So we kept all their gaming stuff, but that way we got just a dedicated little broadcast, painting, modeling area, gaming area. That's just instead of it being like trying to do it in the front room. Well, hello, Mythos. You're driving and you can't talk, but if you're listening, cool. Thank you for coming by, sir. I'm glad. I'm glad you did. So, and what was I gonna say, Chris? I did order the Arena of Blood pre-order a couple days ago, so kind of looking forward to that because those Romans and some mummies, the Egyptian mummies that Brian sent us, I think we could get some arena battles with them going. Yeah, no worries, Frank. Make videos whenever you get the chance, man. Moving's a big deal. We'll be here for you. We're not going nowhere. So when you start making videos again, it's all good. But again, that's cool. You're going to get a more of a dedicated space because this hobby, man, it takes up room. You like talk to a real estate agent. I'd like a 15-bedroom home. How many kids do you got? None. But I'm into miniatures. Well, there you go. So then they immediately understand what the other 14 rooms are for. Yeah. Hey, Charles. Yeah, it sounds like it'd be a good move for him there, Charles. But yeah, so now that we got a little bit more ability, I want to, and I don't know if you guys remember way back, Woo Fun Games sent us that box of miniatures. Some of you might, some not, but they had Romans and all sorts of historical figures in there. Those are some pretty badass miniatures. So I'm gonna have to dig those out and do a game now that we got some game, different game rules, going on or things. What are we working on, Frank? Let's see. Yesterday, I spent about 6 hours just doing videos and editing stuff to put out so content comes out throughout the week. This morning, I spent time after having my morning coffee, of course. I spent time sorting the pictures from March to Victory because I want to do a little thing on that and some of the World War I museum stuff, which is just, I don't know, man. I want to do it justice, so maybe I'm being overly picky, but it's going to take a bit to get that one done. And I guess getting ready for work tomorrow, and doing the show. So that's what we're currently doing here, Frank. But it's like I said, it sounds like you guys have a lot of fun, and I'm waiting for our Clash of Steel to come in. I know some of you guys at Adepticon got it. We're just waiting for ours to be shipped. That's going to be fun also. So we shall see. We shall see that. And the BattleTech stuff's getting ready to be launched out from the Kickstarter. So of course, when that comes in, and that's where Jeff Ashley's out of the room for the moment. But remember, BattleTech is a hex-based grid game, right? With miniatures. So just don't tell her. She likes hex stuff. She just doesn't realize it yet. So, oh, I hear her coming back. You got the door, Ash? Well, hello, babe. I love you. We haven't been talking about you or anything. Ooh, take you. Oh. Put this giant half-gallon coffee cup over here. So,
Speed Racer. What the fuck?
Yeah, Speed Racer.
Okay, Jeff, you can buy me those. I'll paint them for you, and then I'll send them back to you.
There you go. So Chris just pulled a B-17 and two P-51 off the supports. So what scale were those, Chris? Were those what size? I know you do a lot of the tiny stuff, 6mm, 3mm too on some of that stuff.
Mythos, when you get to a good point, just let us know. We'll turn the other camera back on. I'll show you the mystery machine. I know you said you wanted to see it.
Mythos want to see it. Well, you could do a little video, but then now everybody's already seen it for the most part. So you can put one out there.
6mm.
6mm. So there you go. So that's a scale that, like I said, I got models for, but I don't have any infantry. And I did find a place called Wargaming 3D or something. They were going to sell the STL files fairly cheap, but they only
want you to go through
they only accept
PayPal.
PayPal and want you to open a PayPal account. I'm like, nah, PayPal works good for some people and others, it's so I'm like, I'm not opening another account just to buy some files, but that's kind of what we were looking at, see if we could get a little bit of artillery, infantry and whatnot to go with some of this. So far, man, so far so good. We're doing good, and hopefully everybody else has had a good weekend. The only drawback is role playing at work tomorrow. I have to role play that I'm a happy employee.
Good, you can finally work a week.
Yeah. Oh, you're just jealous.
Yeah.
Jeez. Anyways. There you go, Chris. Frank wants to know how the detail is on that print.
I'll say the planes looked really good that he printed, and the ships. At least up at March to Victory.
Yeah. The detail on a lot of this stuff's pretty cool these days. So we'll see how these houses in the back come out. Like I said, you can hear here or there, or maybe they can't, but what's it got, 2 hours or something to do?
Basically.
Yeah. So that's a group of 3 houses. We'll see how the scale looks.
I should finish off that croc.
What?
Oh, my Urban Legend,
Urban
guys.
Legend.
I should finish him off.
Go ahead if you want.
I got 2.5 done.
Yeah, you've already got a lot of painting done. So Frank, we haven't done the airbrush thing yet. Airbrushing is something I wouldn't mind trying. I have personally not tried it. Do we have an airbrush?
Yeah.
Yes. Clinton gave us one because he upgraded his, but I don't have a compressor or anything. And
I've done airbrushing, but not with paints. It was up on a cake.
So you mean you've airbrushed the food stuff at bakeries?
So I don't know if it's similar.
Well, it's just the food grade stuff you're spraying out. It's the same. It's a damn same gun. The damn same. Mm-hmm. I've seen them. So if you get good at that, cool. The 3D printing thing, we had the filament printer, and that was really good for like larger scale buildings, dice towers, and whatnot. Well, you can see that pink.
Right down there, there's a pink dice tower.
Can you grab that one?
And then there's a bunch of towers that we printed for Skyrim. All off.
That was just off a filament printer. Like I said, it's at Keegan's house right now. Oh damn! If you got one for $100, that's a good deal, man. So like this here from Doctor Who. There's not much light over here. It's oddball. Keegan had printed on that printer we use, and then this is a dice tower that was printed for Josh's soon-to-be wife, Katie. This is her tower here. Pretty detailed on just a filament printer. So if you want to print things like that, the reason I got the resin printer is Keegan wanted to kind of take over for GWC on the filament.
That'll show more.
Yeah, but see, filament printer, Frank, there's a Castle top. It'll do big scale projects like this. Right. There's your top to it. Some of the others have stairs in there. And
British Legion's in here too.
Yeah. We're glad British Legion showed up. Yeah, these are just some of. Do you have the one with the stairs? So now we printed this up, you guys, for Odysseus is a call to arms. Let's see. It'll also print the stairs in there. See that?
And I believe we have a whole bunch of walls 2.
And then, of course,
There they are.
pretty good detail on it. I mean,
There's the
and the
walls.
stairs allow the characters to go in, and you can move your character to the top.
There's the wall.
There are some pieces of the walls. So a filament printer does really good for this bigger stuff. And because Keegan's a part of GWC, he's got the filament printer over there. The goal was, as I was getting busy with work, he was going to do a lot of the printing on that stuff, dice towers and whatnot. So in the meantime, I had always wanted a resin printer. He got one. Everybody I knew got one that I had talked about. And then so we finally were able to get one. Now we're just trying to mess with
Settings
a little. I mean, the printer's nice. It functions good. It's just
well,
we're trying.
literally all my guys up here were all 3D printed.
Yeah, like hand me the one big one, gray, or the other one. That's fine. Any one you want. So British Legion can see it too, and Frank, because I don't think they've seen.
Let go.
They're hanging on. They're like, Mom.
Let go. You
Ashley.
bastards.
So you print this on the resin one, right?
Yep. Oh, that is off our printer.
Right. So here's a print off the resin printer. Quite a bit of detail. Just had to buy a big base for the sucker.
No, Keegan gave me that base.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, Keegan gave me that base.
Okay, so let me go back here. Frank says the detail's nice. Yep, it is. No room for one there with Charles. Yeah, I've seen your room, Charles. It is pretty crowded. What resin did we use?
We just have the standard resin.
What resin printer did you get? Is what Charles said. So again,
Moto.
no, it's not a Moto. It's an Anycubic resin printer.
MONO. Mono.
Yeah, mono. It's an Anycubic mono.
Yeah, you're thinking of this base, babe.
So that was another one.
That was the one Keegan printed me.
On his resin printer.
Yep, that was off of Keegan's resin.
This one is off of. See, I think it's going to be better over here, Ash. Let me re-add this camera because of the light. There's too much shadow over here. Hold on. I'll re-add that camera back. There. Now, let's see if I can put this up. Hold on. And then kind of angle it a bit. There you go. So that's what you could do with resin printing.
Yeah, this is the base he was talking about. It's
British Legion. So the base there, that's from the local dollar store. All right, you can get pieces of scrap. Well, they're not scrap; they're a cut piece of wood. So
straight wood.
You put it on a wood base. Wow, it really shows the frequency off the light.
Yeah,
on that. Really bad.
Oh, that way. So that's the one Keegan printed me.
Yeah. Yep. We have the Anycubic and you have the Mars 2, Keegan. I know. I still got to get light, but things like, there you go. So here's another one.
This was an alternate print that Mythos gave us.
That file Mythos gave her, so she printed that.
I have one.
That's a chunky man.
Yeah, they're heavy. There are the two prints off them. Go up a little bit there.
So they will, for sure. I mean, you can get good print quality out of it. Our biggest problem is trying to find the smaller scales. There's tons and tons and tons of 28 millimeter stuff, literally. There's stuff that says it's 15 millimeter, but not quite. And so trying to get it to where you want it. So there's kind of just a little sampling of what you can do. But the filament printers for the larger stuff is the way to go. You want to turn this off then, or
you can. I don't want to do him right now.
Well, don't do it right now then. It's been a long day. So just kind of research it, but I would do one thing at a time. If you're going to do the airbrush, get your airbrushing down because it's kind of hard to bounce everywhere. But the detail's good, man. That's why I was asking you, Chris, because you do a lot of printing too. You know what exactly what we just need to get it scaled down more. That's all. So once you get it done, you can print your own towns and stuff, and that's my thing. I want to get a bunch of towns and things done. So that's what we've been doing, just a little bit of everything. So tonight, I'm gonna finish up putting together our try to get the rest of the March to Victory video condensed into just maybe a slideshow because we took a lot of pictures while we were there too. Yeah, wait for the sales, Frank, because that's they always
around Christmas time.
Yeah, it was like a Black Friday kind of sale.
I believe that's what
it happened, and they knocked it down. And Anycubic's a good brand. It's just us that we need to figure out. Like I said, over and over, it's the scale thing. So, Chris, where did you get your ACW infantry from? I mean, where did you get the file from? So if we have the correct file, the printer's not going to have an issue printing anything. It's us that needs to get it the correct size. It's when you print it out and you get it like a download, you find out that when you stand it next to others, it's too tall or it's not right, But if I could get some good files, then that would work too. So that's one thing we are doing on top of, everything else in life that's got to be done. What there was. That might be good, Chris. That'd be good. If you buy the print file from people, can you edit or modify them? Yeah, mostly. But I guess what we're wanting to do is buy a file that has the correct size. You can size them. Most of them I see, but
Keegan, you don't need no more alternate vehicles.
Votan alternate vehicles. So you like Elegoo for a printer? Yeah, most of them are. Elegoo has a good reputation and good brand. Anycubic does. A lot of them do. The 3D Ender Pro is what we started with.
Well, I mean, for a kindergartner to paint, maybe.
Oh, I'm talking to Keegan.
Yeah.
So my mini
like how
factory.
small, Keegan? I mean, it's supposed to be 28 millimeter, if not bigger. So I don't know how that's small.
Okay, so your ACW files, Chris says, come from My Mini Factory. I thought we looked at that the other night, My Mini Factory. 15 millimeter. Yeah, I think so. 15 millimeters. And so that's how yours came, and then you sized it down. Yeah, Keegan, purses are expensive. Your ships are originally 180 scale. So how do you, I guess, correctly set the scale? And that's how your planes come out, Chris. Nice. Keegan's, compared to the normal Votan vehicles, are smaller than they're supposed to be. Well, because they can't do an exact duplicate, When is my birthday?
In October.
It's Halloween. Mom said I was too ugly to trick or treat, so I had to do it over the phone. Do you know how hard it is to get your candy over the phone? Anyways, yeah, it's October 24th. But anywho, you know, it's just a learning process for us on this new one. The other one, like you've seen the other prints, they all come out good. You just got to get used to using it, and it is a money saver. It's at
To a
first,
point.
To a point, yeah, I'd say.
If you can find a print, you say you buy it or whatnot, you can make as many as you want. So that's a good thing, but you can only have so many of one thing.
Yeah.
I mean, tanks or whatnot, you can keep building as many as you want, but
stuff, yeah. It just depends. So, but the resin printer will do a lot more detail, Frank, on the miniature stuff. So the smaller stuff. Yep, learning curves and practice. And ours, a lot of it is just, it depends on how much time you have in a day, right? So like when we're done with this, and then you get dinner done, and you get your stuff ready for whatever. Ooh, British Legion asks a good question. What's your favorite miniature board game? The rest of you guys can pipe in on that too.
30,000.
What's your favorite miniature board game, Ash? I don't know what you're talking
about. Keegan. Right now, I would have to say Zombicide. That you own or in general?
Just your favorite miniature board game. Yeah. So overall, what would you consider your favorite miniature?
Right now, it's a toss-up. Either tanks, the original Gale Force 9 tanks, or Zombicide.
Board game would be Zombicide. Gale Force 9 tanks is not a board game.
Well, technically ours is made out of board.
No.
A cardboard.
No. Zombicide's a good game. I like Aliens Another Glorious Day in the Core.
I didn't think about that one.
That's a good game, a real good game, because it's miniatures and board game combined, and you gotta pay attention to your supplies. So those will be probably our top two. Otherwise, we have British Legion, a lot of miniature stuff we do.
Well, you got all those hex games.
Yeah, but he asked what miniature board game, but.
Okay, so Zvezda. That has miniatures.
Yeah, Zvezda is a good one too. It's a hex type game with miniatures. So Chris said U.S. Texas is 175 meters long, so I multiply that by 1,000 to get it converted to millimeters. Okay, then divide that by the scale I want to print in. That's interesting. Then put that number into the slicer.
Okay, so see with our slicer. Is it?
Yeah, Frank, Zombicide's good. What's your favorite game, British Legion? What do you like? Post that in there, what you like. Or you're more than welcome to hop on. By the way, everybody else pretty much knows if you want on, you can get on. We'll just set a link in the chat, and you can pop up and say hi if you want. What are you looking at now, Ash?
I'm going to pull our slicer up. If I can find it.
So Chris is explaining it now. He said if you want to print the USS Texas, he takes 175. You have to multiply it by that 1,000, according to what he set up here. I mean, I got to do math.
Yeah, I got to put something in there.
Put something in there as a reference and see if Chris can help you. We'll put it on the screen. I know. I'm just moving this out of the way. So, yeah, board games are fun. Well, last night, hey, Johnny. Yep, someone said Zombicide. So, British Legion last night. So, Scooby-Doo characters you saw are from the board game that my daughter Crystal and Keegan there got. So, it's a miniature board game, and it's made by the same company who makes Zombicide, the same exact company. So that's interesting. Okay, here's your equations.
All right, there. That's a 15 millimeter.
There you go, Jeff. Hex encounter is the only way to go. You don't have to rescale nothing. Chris asked, what slicer do you use?
We use the Anycubic is what we use.
Anycubic has their own slicer.
And it goes off of your X, Y, and then Z.
It looks a lot like Cora when I first had it looks almost the same. Literally, here, show it if you want. Let's see if it'll show up. Tolmika says I load a 3D ruler into the slicer and place it next to the model and adjust accordingly, although ships and planes don't work that way.
No.
Yep. Keegan, Scooby-Doo is what'd you do? Shut off?
Yeah. Trying to move shit.
Scooby-Doo is we almost failed on easy. Yeah, we don't want to do that on hard right yet.
Did I unplug it? Uh-oh.
What'd you do?
I don't know. I slid it, so I probably unplugged it.
So Jeff said, Ashley, just melt down all the miniatures and make a dice tower for the Hex Encounter games.
Nope. I unplugged it.
All right, British Legion is into Rising Sun. The Dune game looks cool from Come On. Yeah, I've seen part of the Dune game now. I got enough games at this point, but that looked kind of interesting, and I was wondering how well that played, British Legion. I wasn't sure. Oh, you moved the camera.
I moved the camera.
Bouncing around.
That way I can get it a little better. Yeah. There.
You use all the counters as kindling to melt the miniatures.
Pretty much. I mean,
so
when all hell breaks loose, that's what I'm going to use for kindling.
So if you put that, you got that tank in there.
I just have a Tiger 2.
So with that, Chris, you'd have to go back in the comments, Ashley, and write that little equation down. Okay. We're going to keep your equation there, Chris, and write that down. A solitaire. Oh, cool. Okay, Chris, if you want to do that, Ashley says he's probably going to do a demo of his slicer. So what slicer do you use?
What is my notepad?
And Johnny, you're getting hyped for the Mercenaries Kickstarter for Battletech. Yeah, we're waiting for ours. But I got that notification where the company that they had shipping them was overcharging people on the shipping, $200 to $300. And I'm like, ooh, they better not charge me $200 to $300 because that's not going to work. I'll have to go to the bank and refute the whole thing. Yep, that's a Tiger too. If you could work that out, we'd appreciate it, Chris. BattleTech, Frank, is fun. I like the Alpha Strike version. Just the hold hardcore BattleTech for me it takes too long to damage wise. So I like the Alpha Strike version, and if you get the Alpha Strike box, you got everything in it you need to get going with too. But it is fun. And so we're waiting because I have had people ask us to do more Alpha Strike, honestly. Every time we've done one, we've seemed to get pretty good interaction on it. So it's just a matter of we're waiting for the Kickstarter at this point. Yeah, you seen that too, Johnny, that they're charging some crazy stuff. Not Catalyst, but the company that's fulfilling the orders. So they've got to get that fixed. You know what I mean? I didn't spend large amounts of money anyways on it. So. So Frank, you still get the cardboard stand-ins in the box? Like if you went and bought a BattleTech starter box, it's about $40. You'll get 2 mechs, the maps, the rules, all the stuff, and then you'll get the cardboard stand-ins still. They still do that. And it's worth you'll get enough out of it to game with. It's worth the money. Like I said, I ended up buying, we got Keegan has Alpha Strike. We have Alpha Strike box. So that's my version of Battletech that I like. The other one takes too long sometimes. All right. So here's your thing for the.
Is that to get to what?
To get it down.
To 6mm?
Yep. So 3.75 meters, multiply that by 1,000, you get 3755.
My problem is that's how I'm set up. I don't know if I can move this. Nope, I can't. So it's either X, Y, and Z. I got to figure out what X, Y, and Z is. That's where we're having a problem.
In the scale window, he said send it to 12.52 millimeters. Thank you for the help, Chris.
12.52?
Yep, 12.52 millimeters. That's a long time to be playing there, Johnny, since 89.
That's way too small.
That's cool. No, that looks about right for a 6mm tank. Look at these.
That seems too
Oh, hey, Chris, thanks for stopping by, man. Go have dinner.
Bye.
We will give it a shot from here. Thank you, sir. And enjoy your dinner. Well, that was really nice of Chris to help us out there. So, and you can catch his channel too, Not Jay's Tabletop Gaming. He usually gets on, well, sporadically, but usually always on Wednesday nights.
I'd say usually his are Wednesdays.
About 8:30ish or so, or 8.
See if I can put my camera back now.
Yeah, just slide it over. That's what's nice about the little swing arms. Just move them.
Yeah, I just wish it bent the other direction too.
It's wrong. Don't you hate typos? I really hate that my newest Android version likes to put up words there that I didn't put. You put it in the percent, not the size, Ashley.
I did. It was in the percentage. I did put it in the percentage.
That's where she put it. But that looks about the size of the.
I would have to print one and see, because that's a tiger, right? A tiger 2?
That's a tiger.
Well,
no, this is a little panther.
Do you have a tiger 2?
Well, I'm just saying if it comes out close to that, in that box probably, if I'm not.
So we
no.
have.
What did I just show earlier, Ashley? We'll worry about that in a little bit. It's a Panzer IV. So I don't have any Tiger 2s. It doesn't matter if it comes out the same size scale-wise. It's okay. It'll be okay. They just have to.
These are all prints that I could print. Got them all for free.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of free prints out there. But yeah. Yeah, Johnny, I've been waiting. So when it comes out, that's fine. I'm waiting for my Clash of Steel, that they're putting out. That should be here. They said at least delivered between the 5th and 8th. Do not put in. Wait a minute. You put it in a percent, not the size. Do not put in percentage.
Do not put in the percentage.
Okay.
No, go back to that. Blow up. Come on. Really? I don't like the new setup for this.
Put it in the field in front of the millimeters where it says MM. He's got to go to dinner though. Oof. That's a big tank there. Take up the whole build plate.
Yeah, this isn't sized right. I was gonna print you a big guy. So you just had it. It's a
no, I don't. No, I already got enough pay, but thank you. Does that say millimeter?
Yeah,
I can't see
but
that?
again, does it go into, if I go and put 12.52 in this, it changes all 3 of them.
Yeah, it automatically changes the rest of it, Chris. It's all right. I know you got to go, man. We'll just wait till Wednesday, and we'll try to catch up with you on your show there, and see
Oh,
what we
that
can
looks
find
a little
out.
better.
That looks right to me. Actually, they're tiny. They're not supposed to be big, giant pieces.
Yeah, I
Except
guess.
for where's the turret?
Over at another thing.
Hit to scale the barrel down.
Nah, that's how I'm going to leave the barrel.
On this particular model, the Y dimensions, the green arrow, that is the width. Leave the barrel like that. Yeah, sure.
Jumbo!
It would be launching a poor little tank.
He said Y should be the 12? Is that what he said?
No. On this particular model, the Y dimension is the green arrow. That is the width.
And that's the one he went off of.
Uh-huh.
That seems a little better.
I'll do it with the barrel then.
6 millimeter. No, they are T80s.
Yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I told you.
Okay, so this is a 6 millimeter. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. So.
But you'd have to get the barrel size the same.
Well, it should be the same with the tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
There you go. All right, gotta run. See you later, Chris. Thank you, sir, for hanging out. We appreciate it. Have a good dinner, man. Yeah, well, let's see here. There you go. I think you're going to get it scaled now. See, Frank, you just got to mess around with some of this stuff. The 28 millimeter stuff.
That's as big as the freaking tank.
That's too big. Well, yeah, it would be big. It would have to be smaller. Not too small. Huh? Nah. What was the size on your T80 barrels, Ash? Just use the same scale. I mean, copy it. You know what I mean? Because yours came out just fine. So what is that? So I copy whatever those dimensions are. What does it say in millimeters or whatnot? And transfer it to the other one.
11.85.
A link for it. It's the same as the screen name. Hold on. We can find it real quick. I gotta jump to a different screen.
No, because that still doesn't. I don't think that's right.
Hold on there. Here you go, Frank. Here's his link to his channel. That's the link. Ooh, Pathfinder tonight. All right. Yes, get with us about doing a Wings of Glory game. We have the technology. Johnny, that would be fun. So have a good evening, man. Enjoy your game, but most definitely let us know. Yeah, no problem there, Frank. Chris is a good guy. His brother's Jay Wiley. You know, they're the ones that put on the March to Victory events that we got back from already last week. But yeah, there you go. Go subscribe to him or any of the other people that are on in here in the chat too. Is it? Oh, it's raining already out there, ain't it? Yep. They said it would rain. And it's starting to rain. Starting to rain with severe storms tonight. Yay. top 3 sci-fi films from British Legion. Well, Star Wars obviously would be good for me, and I guess
What are we doing?
the Stargate movie.
Sci-fi?
I really like Stargate, and I liked the series until they canceled it. And then here's another one that maybe most people don't know about, but Serenity. That movie was good because I
Firefly.
liked the Firefly series that they canceled because it was a good show. So probably, well, Aliens is out there too. I mean, there's a
Yeah.
lot of good ones, but most definitely Star Wars and then Stargate. And yeah, I'd have to put Serenity with Firefly out there, man. They even have a Firefly game. I haven't bought it. I could get it at the store, but I don't have anyone to play it with me. I think Ashley knows of it, but
What, Firefly?
yeah. Oh, look at that. Frank posted the same stuff, literally. So Aliens, yeah, it's hard to get rid of it. Yeah, I mean, it is.
Keegan's still butthurt about it.
Well, hello, Joseph. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, it's just those are some of the movies, but see those movies too. Like a lot of these things can be transferred over to tabletop. What?
Shut mine off.
Over to the tabletop world, and Resident Evil's another one that movie was, to board game.
We haven't gotten the board game.
Video game to movie to board game.
They did an okay on the movie,
but man, there's just a lot. It gets to be, well, Halo. So we're the new Halo game. Me and Keegan have been talking about. Of course, we want to get that. It's going to be, I mean, who didn't like Halo? Literally, that was an amazing game when it first came out on the Xbox. I remember losing many hours of my life to that game that I can no longer recover. So if the miniatures and the gameplay are up to par, I think that would be a really nice game to play. And a lot of people who play video games, they might just do it. I know my sons are like excited about that. I've talked to them, and they think it's cool. And so when you grow up playing Halo and they finally come out with a decent version, then that's a good thing. Yeah, I know you like Halo, Keegan. You're playing Halo before the show, so that's kind of. I mean, there's a lot going on, you guys, and our hobby is expanded more than we can get on. Yeah, could you imagine them doing a real good Terminator type of miniature game, but the Terminator would be a really tough guy, or get something like that going. So yeah, there's just a lot to choose from, you guys, an awful lot to figure out. Do I want to play this or do I want to play that? So everybody that's been listening pretty much knows we're just trying to condense our stuff, clean up a little bit, and condense our forces and try to get more streamlined, because what happens is we gather as addicts, and I'm an addict. Trust me, I'm a game addict, plastic addict. So you start gathering stuff, and before you know it, you're like, I got this game, but I haven't played this game in 2 years, or you know what I mean? So
so we got Wings of Glory, Cells of Glory,
so
Oak and Iron that we need to play.
Cells of Glory, I can tell you right now, it's been 2 years or more since I played that, and that's a really good game.
We gotta try to play again.
Yeah, so you are a gamer addict, Frank. We are just addicts in general, and that's why we do our therapy show on Sunday, because plastic crack. So the good thing about us gamers, okay? If you're hardcore like all of us are, you have no money to do drugs, at least the hardcore drugs, right? And you have no money to go running off, doing other things. So, and then you can resell your stuff for pretty decent. It's pretty much turnaround. Ooh, Silent Running, Enemy Mine. Now, Tomakas, Enemy Mine was a good movie with a good point. I forgot about that one until you brought it up. That was interesting. Yeah, Event Horizon. But Enemy Mine is that was a good movie. That was a good movie.
Okay. What's your 3 favorite actual historical ones, Ben?
Huh?
Historical movies.
Historical movies.
Yep.
Braveheart.
That was not accurate.
The Patriot with Mel Gibson. Huh? What?
Braveheart wasn't accurate. Historical accurate.
That was close enough.
No, it was not.
So yeah, I don't know. There's what? Oh, The Magnificent Seven. That was a western movie. 10 Commandments. There's a whole bunch of them. Which movie am I supposed to tell you about?
I said pick 3 of your favorite.
I can't really.
And you haven't seen the 10 Commandments one.
Yes, I did. Shame on you.
How would it?
Freedom. Yeah, how would you know, Ashley? Ashley's a little bit tough on history, you guys. It's a little bit, it's not her good subject. So, right? It's not your good subject.
No.
I'll be quiet. Maybe it was accurate. Let me tell you something. There's no way it couldn't be accurate. If they put it on a film and told us on the internet it was true, then damn it, it's got to be accurate. It's not like Hollywood embellishes things or adds to it. It would just be strictly accurate.
If that's the case, the world would already be destroyed.
Rogue One was British Legion. Rogue One was, out of the newer Star Wars movies, I liked probably the most. Dune, I never finished the old one, not the newer one. And Blade Runner, that was some creepy stuff. That was interesting. You'd have to watch this. I wouldn't be able to sit here and explain it if you guys haven't seen Blade Runner, but those are interesting picks too. But I did like Rogue One. I didn't care once Disney got a hold of all the Star Wars stuff, they Disneyfied it, and I'm the old school hardcore Star Wars type of person. I'm like, yeah, okay. Kind of like when Han Solo was killed, all Chewbacca did was go Rah! And then run off. Nope. He would have went on a spree. You know what I mean? And it would have been a really hardcore spree. But no, they made it so. And then the girl just jumps in the ship and flies off. I'm like, yeah, no, it's Enemy at the Gate.
Yeah,
with
that
the
was
Russian,
a good movie.
With the Russian sniper. Yep, that was a good movie too.
Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, Disney's just, I really don't care for anything they touch. It tends to ruin it, or they politicize it. Like you go to a movie, in entertainment, not political agendas and stuff, and they tend to throw that in their films and
Waterloo, yeah. World War II movies or films.
Das Boot, that was good. A Bridge Too Far. I haven't seen the Waterloo one. But to be fair, don't ask me about movies in the last 4 or 5 years. I literally haven't really gone and seen many, and I don't really watch TV. I'm pretty much literally don't even bother with TV. I don't have time for it anymore. So a lot of people are talking about shows. I can tell you shows. I like the Peaky Blinders. That was pretty cool. That was the last kind of show I was watching. The rest of the newer ones just,
you watch Walking Dead with the kids.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago.
True.
Yeah, not currently. But yeah, there's some good stuff out there, British Legion, and some of the ones that are brought up here are just maybe other people wouldn't know, but it does help you. Like where Frank up there says freedom. That's what I wanted to teach my granddaughter. So when she goes to school, she can beat on the door to get out and yell freedom and lead the children out to the playground. See?
No.
That would be cool.
I don't see Jaden do that. McKenna, yes.
So I must watch. All right. I will look at, let me write that down because otherwise I will forget. 1970s Waterloo. Okay. Waterloo. I'll have to look for that. British Legion and see. Um, all right, Frank. Get back to packing, man. Have a good move and a good dinner with your family.
Safe travels.
Yeah, we'll catch you next week. It is getting a little well. This is a holiday weekend for a lot of people too, so we're not trying to take up too much of everybody's time. But we appreciate the turnout. And British Legion, man, you got some good stuff there too. So it's nice to get to talk to you guys every week at the end of the week. It kind of helps set my mind frame for the beginning of the week. I don't know.
Refreshes him.
Yeah. It's like being put on charge for a battery. It helps. It helps. But I guess we could let you guys go too, so you all could get your dinner. It is after 5 p.m. our time. Sometimes our shows will go 2 and 3 hours, but I know you guys got a lot to do. So with that, we're going to let you go. Mythos, if you're listening, take care. Have a good weekend, sir, with your family. And here. Don't forget to watch the ending. Ashley went through a lot of work to put this ending together. Hold on a second. I think. Oh, wrong one. There you go.
Okay. We done?
Wow. Goodbye, guys.
Bye, guys.